Yo, what's up, you guys? I'm back with a video, and man, Monday, defeated Monday, loser Monday, wherever you want to call it, it's the day where you feel like crap after losing a game, especially to a 2-9, now 3-9 team, as in their name. Oh, what's their name? You know, the one that they took lightly. Oh, the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, that's right. The Dolphins. You know, at the end of the game, Ace Ventura was around with Snowflake. Anybody bring that to mind? In the movie. In the fucking movie. Who was the team they were going against when Ace Ventura found Snowflake? The Philadelphia Eagles. I bet that never came into anybody's mind. It just hit me. I feel like shit for bringing it up, but it just hit me. Now, Doug, in his press conference today, talked about, he was asked the question, in regards to that formation the Dolphins had before the punter threw it to the field goal kicker and scored a touchdown. Why didn't you call a timeout? Well, if I had called a timeout, logically speaking, Marvin the Martian just, he brought all the analytics to it, and I decided, to listen to him. And, he was saying, if we call a timeout here, then he can get his modulator. And not only that, but they may run another play. They may run another trick play. That's what they're called. They're trick plays. So let me get this straight. Football is a chess match, right? So, because technically it is, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, then I'm not going to go deep into that. But if not, basically, you have to be 3 steps ahead of your opponent, and you have to figure out what they're going to do. Every move that you make you have to make it to where, basically your opponent can't counter you. Well, in this instance, Doug Pederson didn't want to call a timeout because they could run another trick play. If you call a timeout there, they may think twice about doing a trick play. But did he do it? No. Is his reasoning for it a good reason? No. No. Even if you thought they were just trying to make you burn a timeout, okay, they win. Right? But you see the formation. That means that Jim Schwartz can go out and put the people he thinks will be good in there. In the special teams or whatever, what have you, or Dave Phipp. He could go he can go put the personnel he needs on the field for special teams to prevent that play from happening. Did you give him the chance? That's what it's all about. And you didn't. You didn't. And, I've been hearing all day that, Carson, everybody's starting to sound like a broken record. Doug obviously sounds like a broken record. For him to say yesterday that they lost to a good football team is an insult to my fucking intelligence. It's an insult to your fucking intelligence. It's an insult to this whole fucking fan base in the city of Philadelphia. You cannot say that type of shit when you get your ass whooped by a 2-9, now 3-9 team. Then you got, and shout out to Joey Shakes for this, right? Because he came out with his video and said that Chris Mortensen, he put it on Twitter, said that basically heads are going to roll unless we make a playoff run. I'm sorry. Hold the fuck up. Because this needs to be discussed. Whoever, if we somehow, some way do make it to the playoffs, and I'll stop right there, and you got those people, we don't deserve to go to the playoffs. You know what? We may not deserve to be there, but God damn it, be there. Fuck all the bullshit. You better be there. We expect you to be there. How the hell do we look not even making the playoffs? So it's okay for the Dallas Cowboys to win twice? To sweep us back-to-back years? Fuck no, I ain't having that shit. I'm not having it. So you can, this is not directed toward any one person. This is me making a general statement. Fuck that shit. Do your fucking job. And go out there and win games. Win the games you're supposed to win. Win the games that you're not even... Oh, man. Win the games that nobody expects you to win. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just... I'm getting emotional. And it's all right. I was cool. Until I started making this video, right? Because then everything started coming. It just started building. It was whatever was there. It was still there. Now it's just flowing. It's just overflowing, man. It's overflowing. You know. Doug. How do we get here? You know what I'm saying? I asked that question and I still have not gotten an answer to it. And it's plain and simple. You know, when the players go out there, and act like they didn't even. Jim Schwartz acted like he didn't even care. Like, and I've heard analysts or whatever, go back to the history. You know what? It's pretty fucking sad that Billy Davis could do a better job than Jim Schwartz when it comes to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because when Billy Davis went against Fitzpatrick, when he was on the Jets, we whooped their fucking asses. Now, all of a sudden, Jim Schwartz, who's supposed to be a better defensive coordinator, cannot, for whatever reason, beat Fitzpatrick. He can't do it for whatever reason. The game plan was on point the first half. And then all of a sudden, I don't care anymore. I'm going to leave these guys on the island and make Fitzpatrick beat us with Devontae Parker. You had one fucking receiver to worry about. One! And you got your safeties playing in. Jalen Mills can't cover worth shit. And when the ball's in the air, all of a sudden he can't look for it, he can't find it, blah, 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 blah. Oh, then you had that big-ass fucking catch. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Darby on the other side doing the same damn thing. So you know what? If anything, should have told you. Like, I've never been a coach in any kind of football. And I knew that. This is crazy. This is crazy for all of us to be in this situation. I know people are calling for Doug's head right now. He needs to be on the hot seat. And people talking about Carson Wentz, how Carson Wentz was his fault. He missed the, excuse me. He missed the throw to Aguilar. I'll give you that. He missed Jeffrey. One was on that offensive pass interference bullshit call. But whatever. There were several blocking the backs, but, because they didn't see it, I'm not going to call it. I'm a referee. What the fuck I need to do a job for? Anyway, there were several of them. And he missed that throw to Jeffrey. And, that just goes to say, you get some receivers that can get open with some speed. Carson Wentz hits that person in stride. But since we got Alshon, who runs probably about 4.9 or whatever, 4.8, 4.7, Either way, he doesn't run fast enough from what Carson Wentz is throwing. And Carson Wentz has to do a better job of putting more air under the ball for Alshon Jeffrey. Throw up the 50-50 balls to Alshon Jeffrey for him to go up and get. You know what I'm saying? But Wentz has too big of an arm. And for whatever reason, he cannot get his shit straight. And you know what? And by he, I mean Carson. Carson has been inconsistent. And they're talking about coaches, they're going to be fired, right? Well, one of them is definitely Press Taylor. He got to go. They need to bring in a former quarterback who's available or somebody that actually knows or that is more familiar, that's played the position, that can come in like Frank Wright and coach Carson Wentz up. It's beyond me how anybody forgets their mechanics or forgets the things that they were taught from the previous person because they're being coached a different way. But, I mean, for Carson to regress in his mechanics like he does and miss Alshon Jeffrey on those throws. I mean, yeah, he has a big arm. He needs to throw to more speedy wide receivers, right? But that's not what he has right now. And until he has that, he needs to make sure he's working on his craft. And the Philadelphia Eagles front office and coaches are blowing this shit. They are ruining their first round draft pick, their franchise quarterback who they signed. Because they can't get their heads out of their asses. Doug needs to lose his fucking ego and run the ball more. A balanced game will get you wins if you can execute correctly and consistently. But they don't hear me, though. They don't hear me, though. Oh, I'm Doug Pederson. I'm fearless. Man, Skip Bayless calls him fearful. But I'm just saying, you looking scared. You calling scared. You don't go for it on fourth downs anymore, pretty much. I mean, you playing or you're coaching like a bitch. And it's fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean, does he have any idea? Does he have any idea how embarrassing it is to lose to that team? I mean, really? Does he have any idea? Because when he went up on the podium today, he looked fucking clueless. Nah, man. This is unacceptable. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. And Doug, Carson, Brandon Graham, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Isaac Saya, I can't block for shit, Malu. Jason, I'm too old to be doing this shit, but I'm going to keep playing anyway because nobody can take my spot, Peters. Man the fuck up. Please man the fuck up. 2 drives where Jason Peters jumped too early, false start, ruins the drive. Zach Ertz can't catch a ball, ruins 2 touchdown opportunities. That play he makes 99% of the time, those... And he drops both of them. He got Nelson hands that game, man. And Nelson had better hands than him? That's unbelievable, man. That's unbelievable. And you can see, like, Nelson might have been the one to say this, because that look that he had when Carson missed him on that throw, he had that look like, oh my God, are you serious? If you haven't seen that shit, look at his face again. Oh my God, are you serious? How the fuck do you miss me on that pass? That's a touchdown for him. Luckily, we scored on that drive. But still, You know what I'm saying? It's Carson Walsh, the wide receivers coach. That motherfucker's gone. Mike Groh, that motherfucker's gone. Corey Underlin on the defense side, he may be out this motherfucker too. Because it all comes down to coaching. And if Corey Underlin, who I believe he came from the Denver Broncos. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but he won a championship with the Denver Broncos. He won a championship with us. But I don't understand how these DBs do not look for the ball when it's in the air. They can't track it. I mean, Nelson Aguilar might as well turn into a cornerback. He might even be better at these guys or than these guys. We're going to have to do something to draft. You know, first round draft pick better be either A, a wide receiver, or B, a starting star-studded left guard to replace Sayamalu because he's a backup. And I don't really care what anybody says about that. Anyway, I don't know really what more I can say about yesterday. But I know one thing. This game against the Giants, that's up and coming, they better win that shit. They better win that shit. Because, like, it's really sad to say that the Redskins still have a chance to take the division. If that shit happens, oh my God, I'm a petition for us to sit out the whole fucking season next year. I'm telling you, man, I don't want to see us on the field not one more fucking season if that shit happens this season. Man, you guys hang in there, man, because I know you guys are feeling like I'm feeling. And if you're not, man, I'm glad you know how to make yourself numb to this bullshit because, you know, I need to learn that trick because... man, I try to hold it in, but I can't. So, anyway, it's always going to be birds for life. And you know what? You check out Desert Eagle's video, man, because he made some really good points, you know, about the Eagles and everything. So, I mean, and he said a lot of shit that's come to pass. I think a lot of people collectively, the Eagles content creators or whatnot, you know, D-Biggie, all these guys, man, they have... you know, knowledge of the team, and they speak facts, and, you know, it's a collective, you know, it's a thought process that everybody really just has the same version of, really. So, I mean, it's cool to have people think, or see where the team is headed, you know what I'm saying? I just, anyway, I'm hurting, man. I am hurting because this team is not supposed to be this way. I mean, at worst, 10-6, man. At worst, 10-6, and we're struggling like this. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Anyway, you guys take care, and you know, like I said, always go Birds. EAGLES, Eagles. And that's what's up, forever and always. You guys take it easy. Peace.